So I got into learning about all this like in, I guess, the 1980s, 90s, but I didn't really know how to put all of this together into a package until I met our next speaker. He says to me, you just open your mouth and you just start talking, it just starts coming out of you. I said, really? He goes, that's how he does it. So, so that actually inspired me. Phil Gruber was my inspiration to going out on the lecture circuit and saying, if Phil can do it, I can do it. And Phil was a great teacher, and his great gift for me back then was knowing that we need the intelligence, the heart, and the courage to go out and share our wisdom. That's why he is so dedicated to the Wizard of Oz. You know, the scarecrow, the brains, the intellect, the Tin Man, the heart, and the lion, the courage. Let's give our own Dorothy of Oz, no, Phil Gruber. He is a legend. He's a hero. He is a global traveler that inspires people all over the world, and he has been my inspiration. And that is a picture of you. My
mother thought so.
Yeah. No, Phil Gruber really is dedicated to the Ascension process. He's been on this path as long as anyone, and he has a lot of wisdom. So let's give Phil Gruber a really big hand. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you. Look what I unleashed upon the world. Unbelievable. Still gives me nightmares. Okay. So what can I do? Oh, can I switch to this now? Yeah. So what could I do in 30 minutes? Well, I thought long and hard about it. And I figured, what can I do in 30 minutes? I can help your dreams come true. How can I do that? We can talk about a technique that can really make it happen. It involves the third eye, the true third eye, which true initiates since time immemorial have referred to as the Li-2E lens. It's not the whole pineal. The true third eye is actually a lens within the pineal, a lens which for most of us has atrophied throughout time, but can be brought back into activation. It's a whole big long talk, but this lens, it's a depolarizing lens which allows the mental thought to be projected and focused down to the Earth's core, to what's called the planetary radial field, and that seed of what you want to manifest actually, well, we'll do the technique, and I'll explain as we go. But just to know that your thought, through a depolarization lens within the pineal gland, and by the way, the greatest adversary to our pineal glands is fluoride. Fluoride deposits aluminum directly onto the pineal gland. So, this depolarization lens focuses the thought down to the planetary core, into what's called the planetary radial field, to a structure of energy that looks like a gold and silver cup. Going through a lot of my old techniques, I happened upon this technique to reactivate what's called the Li-2A lens. And it's miraculous. I realized that what I had in my hands here was pretty much the true Holy Grail. I really believe that I've rediscovered the actual Holy Grail. The secret is pretty amazing, but what's not taught in The Secret, Rhonda Byrne's secret, is the secret to making the law of attraction work, actually. Ultimately, she did, I think, an amazing service, but ultimately, I don't understand why the true secrets are not revealed in The Secret or any of those follow-ups or any of the speakers, the talking heads and the high-profile speakers that are talking about the law of attraction that were in The Secret. None of them talk about the true secrets that make the law of attraction work. And one of them is a man that's quoted freely in The Secret, William Walker Atkinson, who wrote the book Thought Vibration or the Law of Attraction in the Thought World, and in an alias wrote this book, The Solar Plexus or Abdominal Brain. You know, when we've attended a lot of these lectures, Tony Robbins, for example, talks about you can't manifest something until you can really feel it, right? You've heard that, haven't you? That you really have to feel it, physically express it to manifest it. Well, the solar plexus is the director of the sympathetic nervous system, which controls our physical expression of an emotion. So without the solar plexus being involved, you can access the depth of emotion necessary to manifest your dreams, and you cannot physically express it. The solar plexus is one of the great, great, great keys. It's actually the missing key to making the law of attraction work. That and the ability to feel passion. Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich says you have to have that burning, burning desire in order to manifest something. But what happened to that burning desire? When was the last time we actually felt that burning desire? Well, that's because emotions are chemically based. Emotions is a biophysical, biochemical phenomenon. To feel an emotion, that neurohormone, that neurochemical, there are receptor sites in the brain that these neurochemicals and neurohormones dock into, but things like fluoride, chlorine, and unfiltered shower water blocks the receptor sites. That's why many people, most of us, can't feel the passion necessary to manifest our dreams. Even Charles Haanel, who wrote The Master Key, again, which is quoted freely in The Secret. Originally, the Master Key, has anybody heard of the Master Key, Charles Haanel? Originally, it was a mail order course. Charles Haanel talks a lot, just the first lesson, it's a 24-week lesson. But I'll tell you, after those 24 weeks, what you learn in the Master Key above all else is to control our thoughts. Because without the ability to control our thoughts, we're just going to manifest more disharmonic thoughts, more lower vibration thoughts. A very quick object lesson is, if you truly want to see an end to terrorism in this world, well, we've got to stop terrorizing ourselves. Because the truth is, with every negative thought we think, it feeds into a huge morphogenetic field, a huge thought field that manifests itself, that crystallizes in every act of terror on the planet. So even Charles Haanel talked about the importance of the solar plexus. If you go online on Google, and you Google the solar plexus, Theron Dumont, this was the name he published it under, just the solar plexus of the abdominal brain, there's a PDF scanned copy of his original book on the solar plexus. When you activate the solar plexus, when you really got it working, you can tell the solar plexus is more fully developed before the brain in embryogenesis. That's how important it is. When you work with the solar plexus, you can tell the solar plexus how you want to feel. And it will do whatever rewiring is necessary to get you to that emotional state where you can finally really manifest that is what you want. So I figured in the time we have left, I'm going to do a technique. All I ask now is that anything you would like to manifest right now, to create, to recreate, a situation, a circumstance, a thing, an object, whatever you would wish to manifest right now, have that in your mind. Because this is really going to be helpful. We're going to do our best in the next 20 or so minutes to actually reactivate what's called the Li-2A lens within the pineal gland. It's absolutely amazing. So, just to begin with, when I talk about something, when I mention the word heliotalic frequency, heliotalic, visualize a sort of pale pastel rainbow colored light. Okay? So have in your mind anything that you would like to manifest. Anything that you would like to manifest right here, right now. Okay? As long as it's something that is not in violation of someone else's path, or even acts as a block to your own path. How would you know that best? You connect with your soul identity. That is the fulfillment. Your angelic self is the fulfillment of our soul's purpose here. So basically, we'll start with inhaling slow, strong, and deep breaths. I want you to take the inhale breath, slow and deep, to activate the solar plexus. Get the solar plexus involved. Solar plexus is the gateway to the universal treasury, I kid you not. And it is the only way to change a subconscious program. is through the solar plexus. Everything else just temporary. Inhale slow, strong, and deep breaths, abdominal breaths. You may want to pause at the top of the inhale because it's written in the Essene Gospel of Peace. We worship the holy breath, which is placed higher than all things created. For lo, the eternal and sovereign space, where rule the unnumbered stars, is the breath we breathe in and breathe out. And in the moment betwixt the breathing in and the breathing out is hidden all the mysteries of the infinite garden. So inhale, slow, strong, and deep. Inhale into the base of your thymus, what we call the azure. Form a grapefruit-sized ball of pale pastel, rainbow-colored light at the base of your thymus gland. Thymus, thy muse, thy inspiration, thymos. Inhale, long, deep, comfortable breaths into the base of your thymus gland. And when you exhale, exhale gently and create a ball of heliotalic frequency, pale pastel, rainbow-colored light. Visualize or imagine or simply have her hold the intention that these things are being created, because everything is consciousness, but there's a lot of consciousness that hasn't taken form or shape. We have the gift of being able to project our thoughts into what Hanel and the others called the formless substance, to give consciousness a template, a grid in which to begin the process of crystallization. Inhale again, slowly and deeply, and exhale forcefully. When you're ready, take a deep inhale and exhale and push that heliotalic ball up the central vertical current, that ball of pale pastel rainbow-colored light, from the base of your thymus to the center of the pineal gland, to what's called the Li2A. And imagine that a small copper metal colored micro disc, a small copper colored metal-like micro disc, lies horizontally in the center of the pineal gland, inside this ball of pale pastel rainbow-colored light, this heliotalic ball inside of the pineal gland. With the next few inhale breaths, inhale and exhale additional flows of this heliotalic light, this pale pastel rainbow-colored light, from the base of the thymus to the pineal gland, and directly into this copper-colored micro disc lying horizontally in the pineal gland. This copper-colored metal-like disc lying horizontally in the center of your pineal gland is the Li2A lens, is the true third eye. Breathe gently now, and imagine that pale pastel rainbow-colored light floods through the pineal gland from the base of the thymus with every breath, and this copper metal disc lying horizontally within the pineal gland first begins to vibrate and emits a series of tones. Whether or not the tones are audible, that's okay. Just imagine now that the copper disc begins to spin clockwise, okay? Clockwise, from your position now, from your perspective looking out, from left to right. The small copper metal colored disc lying horizontally in the center of your pineal gland first begins to vibrate, emitting series of tones, and now begins to spin clockwise. As it spins, imagine it loses its copper color and begins to glow pale pastel, silver, rainbow-colored light as it spins faster and faster. The small copper disc, the small micro disc, lying horizontally in the center of your pineal gland, as it's being flooded with this rainbow-colored pastel light, this heliotalic light, begins to spin faster and faster and faster, horizontally. Use a few forceful, rapid inhale-exhale breaths up from the azure, up from the base of the thymus to the pineal gland. Exhale it into the lead-to-a disc to accelerate the spin speed to a critical mass speed. Spinning faster and faster and faster and faster at the center of the pineal gland. And as you continue to breathe gently, imagine that the disc reaches a critical peak spin speed and then quickly rises up on its edge, forming a disc that resembles a coin. Imagine that this horizontal disc now rises up, right? And now rises up and sits on its edge like it was a coin sitting on its edge at the center of the pineal gland. Still continuing to spin on its rim. Imagine that this coin-like disc now is spinning on its rim, still clockwise, in the center of the pineal gland. Continue to breathe gently and observe now that the spinning coin-like disc now is spinning so fast that it becomes a small spinning sphere of golden silver light. Golden silver light now. You've now created this small spinning sphere of golden silver light. In the ancient text, this is known as the golden silver one. The legendary golden silver one. A small spinning sphere of silver gold light at the pineal gland. Now, relax, continue to breathe gently, and now everybody recall the manifestation or intention that you desire to create. As you continue to breathe gently, deeply but gently, get it down to the solar plexus, and if you want to, you can just pause briefly at the top of the inhalation. Recall what you desire to create, the manifestation or intention that you desire to create, and feel its reality as if you right now have this thing and are experiencing it. Put your emotions into it as you're able. Really feel it. Feel right now that you have this thing and are experiencing it. We create with the feeling first. Add visualization if you like, but concentrate with absolute peace in this process. As you imbue this thing that you desire or wish to experience as emotional energy into that golden silver sphere at the pineal gland. This is key. Recall that manifestation or that circumstance or event or thing you wish to create. Feel its reality as if you right now have this thing and are experiencing it. And as Wallace Wattles reminds us, feel grateful now. Feel grateful now. Feel grateful for the ability to manifest our thoughts. This is our great gift. And to be conscious manifestors, conscious co-creation is the key. To consciously create that which we wish to desire to have. Concentrate with absolute peace in this process. Imbue this thing you wish to manifest as emotional energy into that golden silver one, that lay-to-a sphere at the center of the pineal. Gratitude is the key. It's not just giving thanks. Gratitude is a magnetic force that unites your thinking brain with your feeling brain. Your thinking brain being your brain, and your feeling brain, being the solar plexus, they unite in the heart. This is the key. This is where gratitude is felt. Gratitude is not just giving thanks. It's a true magnetic force that unites your brain and your solar plexus. Absolutely essential to the process of true manifestation. Give it a little bit more time. Really feel its reality as if you right now have this thing or are experiencing it. As long as it is not in violation, we can have whatever we need. And the key is to not ask for more and also not to settle for less. Now, we inhale deeply and comfortably from the base of the thymus, and we draw more pale pastel rainbow-colored light into the gold and silver one, that sphere at the center of the pineal gland. And now, when you're ready, take a deep inhale breath, forcefully exhale, and push that gold and silver sphere all the way down to the Earth's core. Push it all the way down with exhale breaths, all the way down. Push that gold and silver one, that lay to a sphere, all the way down to the Earth's core and into an energy form that looks like a pale silver cup at the Earth's core, at the center of what we call the planetary shield. That gold and silver one contains the seed, the blueprint of what you wish to manifest, the seed manifestation form. And we've exhaled it from the pineal through the Lei lens, through the depolarization lens, so it can get down to the Earth's core, into that pale silver cup-like energy form, which I believe now, without a doubt, is the true. All Holy Grails are genuine and authentic, and they're all real. But this, I believe, when they talk about the Grail as a wish-fulfilling jewel or gem, this, I believe, is the heart of the true Grail, the ability to consciously manifest what we desire. This cup-like structure is the point of what we call manifestation seed embedding. We had to have embedded the seed of that manifestation into the planetary core, into a cup-like energy structure. So breathe gently as the gold and silver one, as the sphere, the Lei sphere, settles within the cup. And observe that it has stopped spinning. As it stops spinning, it releases a burst of energy, carrying your intention into the cup. Your intention that was within this sphere, with a burst of energy, now settles into the cup. Let it just settle into the cup at the Earth's core, into this cup-like, into this grail-type structure at the Earth's core. The gold and silver one sphere returns to the form now of the copper metal disc. It automatically pulls up the central vertical current, this Lei lens, this true third eye, back to its home position at the pineal gland. Now that we've embedded it at the Earth's core, and we do our best from this moment on to think thoughts that are in alignment with what we wish to manifest. by thought, deed, word, and action, that which aligns with what we wish to manifest. In divine right order, in divine right timing, in accordance with our soul's purpose and the divine plan on earth. And I assure you, and you know this, that there is a plan for us. A higher plan. And now completely shift your mental focus and attention away from what you desire to manifest. It's embedded now in the Holy Grail cup at the earth's core. And when you feel ready, take it just a few moments. When you're ready, just bring the present moment focus of your conscious awareness and attention back to the room. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So once again, just Google solar plexus, the abdominal brain, William Walker Atkinson, or the name he used to publish this, Theron Dumont. Just Google a PDF scanned copy of the original book. You can also get scanned copies, PDF copies of Hanel's original Master Key. 24 lessons, 24 weeks. It's no secret now that Bill Gates used the Master Key. It was circulating around all the Ivy League campuses in the late 70s. I know, I was there. That's when I first read it. And in 77, the Book of Knowledge, the Keys of Enoch, that changed my life. That absolutely changed the trajectory of my life, as it has thousands and thousands of others, and thousands of others to come. A wave is coming. A wave is coming. Those of us that have forgotten begin to remember, and those newbies that are coming back into, that are coming on. I know a lot of people seem to have left the scene. Some come back, some don't. But there are waves. There's a morphogenetic wave coming, which is more intense, more profound, more significant than anything that has come before, with the release, certainly of the final 10 keys, as prophesized, as anticipated. Yes, did you have a question? The solar plexus, or the abdominal brain, or our fourth brain, fully developed even before our brains. That's how important it is. A PDF scanned copy of the original text. You learn how to work the solar plexus. I tell you, you cannot do it without the soul, not with the full participation of the solar plexus. And it's a good idea to download the original Master Key too. 24 lessons, 24 weeks. Yes? Huh? Yeah, I totally recommend filtering your shower water. Unfiltered shower water, the chlorine gas goes directly into your bloodstream. There are things that we can do. Changing your toothpaste, that fluoride deposits aluminum right on the pineal gland. Please, I don't normally make these kind of recommendations, but to the extent that we can, just pull back on our intake of these poisons, these pathogens, antigens, and the body will do what it's always been designed to do, which is heal itself instead of detoxing, being on detox mode 24/7. Learn the true function of the lymphatics, lymphocyze. Yes? No, I live in Singapore, so there's a lot of different filters. They're all great. The thing about how to structure water, remember the Emoto crystals? Yes. Good, I have 2 minutes, this is perfect. The most beautiful crystal, the one that holds and radiates the most light, was born from the intention of giving forgiveness, true forgiveness. In the Pistis Sophia, it's all about forgiveness. It's all about the true nature of forgiveness. To change your consciousness, to decide to change and change your consciousness with it. Forgiving. It's never been about blame. It's been about giving. How can you be a clear and open channel for grace to come into this world through the vehicles that we are, through the divine vehicles that we are? True forgiveness. it's just an amazing thing. The most beautiful of Emoto's crystals, the ones that hold and radiate the most light. When people have projected thoughts of forgiveness and gratitude, this is the key. This is why Mary Magdalene, all the Marys, they had the effulgence of light. They radiated that light. They were presence healers. They didn't have to learn Reiki or Theta healing. They healed by their presence alone. So just imagine, we are crystalline in nature. Our souls, our whole bodies are crystal. We live in morphogenetic crystal bodies. Imagine if we become the living vibration of forgiveness and gratitude and the higher spiritual attitudes and etiquette of being true masters. Think about this. Then every crystal and microcrystal in our body will be able to hold and radiate that light. That's the key. An unstructured crystal cannot hold and radiate, cannot hold light. The more structured the crystal, the more complex the structure, the more dimensions of light it can hold. So this is why we use the sacred names. This is why you want to be the living vibration, the living embodiment of mercy and compassion. Kuan Yin, Kuan Yin, Kuan Yin. You begin to be the living vibration of that which you wish to manifest. And every cell, every crystal and microcrystal in your body will be able to hold and radiate that light. That's the key. That's the key, and that's the magic and the gift of meditation on the sacred names. There is no higher teaching than that, I believe. Any other questions? Emoto was on the right track. He was definitely on the right track, yeah. Anybody else? We are feathers in each other's wings. This is what we have to understand. We can do it. Again, as long as it's not in violation, we can have anything that we want. When we find our true soul's purpose, we just have to get out of don't worry. Everything we need will be given to us. And since our soul identities are the fulfillment of our soul's purpose, the more we align and merge with our soul identities, we'll know what our soul's purpose is. We've come here to do higher work, but we've got to do the work down here first. We're only effective out there as we are in here, as echoed by everyone else here. So with that, perfectly, 000. Thank you very much. God bless you. And remember, fairy tales can come They can happen to you if you're young at heart.
Phil Gruber,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen.
Okay. Thank you.
This is why he's my best friend.
Thank you.
Phil,
Come and see me over the weekend. I actually do a reading. It's the most powerful and accurate oracular device I've ever seen. It's called the Book of Fate. I love it. So anyway, thank you. God bless you. You wanted to say something, Alan?
No, I wanted to say thank you very much all the way from Singapore.
All the way
Phil
from
Gruber.
Singapore by way of New Jersey.